in Britain.
2LO Marconi House, London, calling. 2LO Marconi House, London, calling.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Have for so many generations played their part in the life of the United States, and that here I am, an Englishman, welcomed in your midst, makes this experience one of the most moving and thrilling in my life, which is already long.
And the direct result of the failures of the first Clinton administration. The Clinton administration led the world in relaxing sanctions against North Korea.
But I think it's important to note that it is, and Senator Cruz I think was alluding to this as well, it is the standard procedure of the United States if in fact those missiles pose a threat to land, civilians, our allies, or any of our assets.
I'm a self-funder. The only one they're not taking care of is me. We have our lines around each state. The insurance companies are getting rich on Obamacare. The insurance companies are getting rich on health care and health services and everything having to do with health. We're going to end that. We're going to take out the artificial boundaries, the artificial lines.
Let's take a closer look. Here's Fred. He's got something to tell us. Got that? If we pick up 55% of meaning from facial expressions, we should be getting more than half of Fred's message by now. How about this? Now we can see Fred's face and hear his voice. We should be getting 93% of what he's trying to say. Do you know what he's talking about yet? OK, let's add the remaining 7%, the words.
How come so many communications professionals still believe this nonsense?
Good question, Fred. Maybe it's because it has the status of science. The formula was proposed in 1967 by Professor Albert Morabian of the University of California in Los Angeles.
But that's not what I said.
You know how we sometimes say one thing but mean another?
Oh, please, can I have a dog?
Maybe. The mother's tone of voice tells us that this kid is most likely to end up dogless. Well, Morabian's experiments looked at inconsistent messages like this. He wanted to find out how much we're influenced by someone's facial expressions and tone of voice when they say one thing but mean something different. Morabian concluded that in situations like this, when words let us down, we tend to mostly believe the look on someone's face, followed closely by the tone of their voice.
Are you still angry with me?
No. But how common is this kind of situation? Do people take more notice of facial expressions and tone of voice than they do of words? Well, no. In fact, on his website, Morabian makes it quite clear that his formula only applies when speakers are talking about their feelings or attitudes. It doesn't hold good in any other situations. Communications professionals, please take note. It's just not true that delivery can make or break a presentation. If you prepare the words and the content of your presentation properly, you'll get your message across just fine. But if you concentrate on your performance at the expense of your content, you could fall flat on your face. So it's time to squash the Moravian myth once and for all. Of course, non-verbal signals play a role in spoken communication, but they're not more important than the words. If they were, there'd be no need to learn foreign languages. So let's put words back where they belong, centre stage. Words really matter. Let's give them the respect they deserve.